I believe that this industry has, in the last 10 years, we haven't had to invest in branding, and we haven't had to invest in our brands per se, because we've been sort of victim to our success. We've managed to grow businesses, make a lot of money, and have a decent bottom line without actually investing in branding. We just had to do sales promotions and try to get people in through the door as quickly as possible, and lose them quite quickly, but still get them through the door, get their money basically, and have a decent business. However, in the last 4 years or so, I would say, with increased competition across mainland Europe and in the UK, businesses are hurting. The businesses that are not building brands, they're looking at bottom lines of maybe 15-20%. And when you see regulation come into place, you see those 15-20% gets eaten up by the gaming tax in whatever country you're in, be it at the point of consumption tax in UK, or is it the 20% gaming tax in Denmark, or the 11% gaming tax in Belgium. So if you are a company that's been running a business sort of on drugs in a certain sense, you're just reinvesting a lot of money into sales promotions all the time, you're going to struggle in the next couple of years, because we see that the market is consolidating, and you're going to have 3-4 big brands per market that have 80-90% of the market share and make all the money. So if you're one of the smaller brands, you are going to struggle. And that's also why I think it's going to be even more important for whichever company and whichever market you're in to build a brand, because unless you have a strong brand, you can't get to that critical level of market share in the market where you can actually sustain a profitable level, where you have a bottom line of maybe 25-30%, which means that you can assume that tax that's going to hit you in those markets. It's a challenging change to make, because if you run your business on drugs, on doping for the last couple of years, switching that off and saying, okay, we trust in the creative execution we have, we trust in the media channels we use, and we're going to build a brand long term. It's not going to give you the result in the next 2 months. It's not going to give you the result in the next 3 months. And that is challenging. I see that across the industry for brands that put up new creative concepts, and within 6 months they have a new creative concept. And that's not how you build a brand. You have to be consistent. You have to stick with what you believe in, and you have to have a concept that can evolve over time, and which is true to your brand. But some brands will do that, the ones that can afford it and have the management that believes in it. Not all of them will succeed, of course. That's in the nature of competition. But you have to make that change in the next couple of years. I think success looks like much more stable than we've seen in the last couple of years. Your success is not going to look like you grow with 60-70% on an annual basis. Success is going to look like you're going to achieve a market share that's well above the amount of share voice you have in that market, so you don't have to reinvest as much money. And the lever to reach that market share is going to be your brand. So maybe you only have to reinvest 20% of your revenues in that market, but still, and maybe have a share voice of 10%, but you can still have a market share of 15%. And that is what success is going to look like.